The Vertigo and Dizziness Journey, Part 3. How in the world could snoring exercises treat vertigo? It is actually quite simple. You see, traditionally, vertigo is caused by three major factors. Pressure on the inner ear, water buildup, in the case of Ménière's disease, and infection with vestibular neuritis. Lack of blood flow to the brain. Low blood pressure is often blamed for this. But bad blood circulation is a more common cause. This is what often leads to stroke. Miscommunication between the balance system and the ears and eyes. The ears tell you to move in a certain way, and the eyes in another way. That's why people sometimes fall down when they close their eyes. The snoring exercises loosen up and strengthen the muscles around the head. This does three things. It increases blood flow to the head. Most people think the heart is the only source of blood circulation. But all muscles act as mini pumps that help the heart. The muscles in the neck are especially important to get blood flowing up to the brain. It triggers the lymph system to remove toxins and extra fluids from the head area. It also fights infection in this area. Almost everyone, for example, has stiff jaws. When you begin to loosen up your jaw, it triggers the lymph system around the inner ear, very connected. This is the only reliable way to remove fluid and fight inflammation in the inner ear. These exercises position your head in the right way. If you look in the mirror, I guarantee your head doesn't sit completely straight on the neck. I never met a person suffering vertigo or dizziness that had his or her head positioned 100% correct. Your neck joints are like a cabinet door with wrongly adjusted hinges. They either bang into the other doors or won't close properly. This blocks blood flow. But more importantly, it skews the balance between your eyes and ears. Your ears feel like your body is positioned in one way while your eyes perceive your position in a different way. When you work on the muscles around your balance system, your head will be rightly positioned. Your ears and eyes will agree. And when that happens, you won't experience the vertigo and dizziness symptoms anymore. This was easier to implement in theory than practice. My initial idea that the snoring exercises alone would be enough was quickly busted. It took me over a year of obsessive, around-the-clock work to test out a set of exercises that helped all 20 volunteers. But once we had a working program, things moved fast. I recruited 137 more volunteers to test the final version. Within a week, almost everyone reported positive results. Most said the healing was immediate. A month later, only 8 still had vertigo. When I pressed them, all 8 admitted they simply stopped doing the exercises. Finally, there was a solid solution for vertigo and dizziness. Like I said, this was a long, exhausting and expensive battle. I personally paid over $500,000 to finance the research. At the end, our savings account was empty and the house was fully mortgaged. Again, when I get obsessed about something, there is nothing stopping me. But it was worth it. Because? The stakes were just too high. Stakes like the pain and suffering vertigo and dizziness causes good people like you. The lost quality of life in the years you're supposed to enjoy. Retirement is when you have the time and resources to reap the rewards of your work. You're missing out on that. But most importantly, the risk of broken bones and brain damage after falling down and hitting your head. I couldn't bear to let it go when I knew there was something I could do about it. So I hope you won't be offended if I ask you to chip in a little bit. Just a little. But only, and I mean only, chip in if the exercises treat your vertigo and dizziness. But that's a side issue. The main thing is that now you have a solid program to treat your vertigo and dizziness using the simple exercises we developed. Introducing the Vertigo and Dizziness program. In the power-packed pages of the program, I'll lead you through simple vertigo and dizziness exercises anyone can do. Our first version was over 200 pages, but after lots of feedback, I cut out all the fat. It is now lean and super focused. We cut out any exercises that weren't super effective. We left only the 4 most powerful groups of vertigo and dizziness exercises that help everyone. You don't even have to do them all. You can focus on just the ones that help you the most. That means you can begin working the exercises today and be completely vertigo-free in the next 15 minutes. Stay tuned for the vertigo and dizziness journey, Part 4.